What's up, people? McLovin, Grim, nice to see you. Pop McLovin, nice to see you as well. I didn't mean it like that. I just know Grim's not typically here right now. See if we can get this stupid chat to look better. All right, let's see what we got going on. I know that there was some news. It's 9:20, so next one's at, I don't know. I hate how sometimes this is out of order. It's like 10, which is typical, and then 10:30. I don't know how important those are, but we will just be careful around that time. On the 1 hour, we did take out that guy right there, stab right into those fair value gaps, and then started making new bearish fair value gaps, and then going up and respecting them. So far, this is all respecting this one. We have clear by sell side down here. We technically have buy side up here, but if we're going to be continuing going lower, I don't see any reason why we would come back up here. On the 4 hour, we have this order block that went up, filled in this fair value gap, then the displacement down, and then 2 more candles going up into that order block, respecting this fair value gaps candle, never going up there, and now we're getting some more displacement. Doesn't make sense that we would go back up there, but as I always say, it doesn't matter what makes sense because the market is going to do what it wants. If we go up here, I'd probably be expecting us to continue going higher, but we'll just put there's clear buy side. Nice Grim. Just like I said last night, I mean, when I start a new account, especially like a PA funded, whatever, you get some extra built up anxiety. It's the same thing as just keep doing what you've been doing. Whatever you did obviously worked and you passed, so no need to change anything now. But good luck, man. You got this. Really seems like all we need to mark out I don't even remember what happened yesterday. We had a green day, and then a little gap up, and then down. 1 hour south side, it's at the low of yesterday, it looks like. This move up on the daily was right into this fair value gap. Right there. We went up above it a little bit. We just wicked above it. That's what we want to see. Then the move down. So we could be just consolidating in this displacement until the market decides if we're going to go up or if we're going to continue going down. Based on this move, it sure seems like we're going to keep trending down in the foreseeable future. Got this guy down here that we haven't touched since June with the equal lows right there. Let's mark that out. Daily BISI and equal lows. I need to leave that on the chart. So could be just like this move right here. This move came up into this fair value gap, then the move down, then see all this consolidation for several days, then down. So we displace down, trade up, fill in all of this, color all this in before it decides to displace in one direction or the other. It's really all, it's all I'm seeing at the moment. Obviously, that's for larger moves. What we're doing here is just looking for high probability A+ setups that we can determine, okay, the market's here, it's about to go there. Let's try and catch that. Based on the principles that I just outlined, or based on the market reads that I just read on the higher time frames, just try to do it on the lower time frames intraday, and it's helping me with the new scaling plan, where no matter how much the market is going to move today, if I get a setup and I take it, I know exactly how much I am about to either make or risk. There's no need to hope or get greedy. It's going to be the same no matter if the market moves 200 points or 20 points. Double checking this short limit order, make sure it's changing my position size. See that? It's a little weird because I'm wanting to risk 200 and we're right at the threshold. Since it's $2 a point, it's only doing one contract because 2 contracts would go at 211, which is, I would prefer to go a little over than go all the way back from 200 down to 100. So we'll need to double check that when it goes to create the order. I feel like I'm missing something, but there's not really this high up here, and these lows are really the main two areas that would be that would have liquidity, I believe. Oh, okay, so from like yesterday morning, we haven't really done anything except for this move. I know some people were talking about this move in the Discord yesterday. I was in that on my TopStep account. What's up, Delta? I didn't get in on this. I think I got in on like a small fair value gap back here. I can't remember. But like on the 5 minute, you see we have this displacement. We did break this swing. I think I got in back here and then just put my stop at the highs and just had hope, which I shouldn't have, but it was that TopStep account, which I do trade a little more aggressively. But then we had this run up, just faking people out, thinking we're about to run higher. We don't make new highs, and then that sell off. And I think I was up to like 1,400 in profit, and then ended up just taking 1,000. So our TopStep account is up 5,400 right now. I have it open because I kind of think I want to, whatever trade I take on AMP, tab over here and make the same trade on this account. Alito. Right, I had part of me when it was up 1,400, I was planning on leaving it and just seeing if it would go further, and then it came down to 1,000, and then I started struggling with, do I keep holding and hope it goes further, or just be okay with 1,000? My problem with that trade is that I did not have a set take profit on it. I had a set stop, but then I was just hoping on the green side. And that's what I'm trying to get away from with this new like scaling and stuff. Uh-oh, Tyler. You traded it this morning and gone? That sucks, but we all know what you're going through. We've all been there. We've all done it. Hopefully, everybody who has done that has learned something to improve their trading for the next account. I don't know what I'm going to do with my Apex funded, because I think I have like $7 or $8 in drawdown right now. Like I wish I could just transfer like $500 to it, but can't do that with these accounts. Yeah, as you know, trading takes a lot of focus. Do you think just like getting like anxiety or nervousness or whatever with getting so close to passing and then doing that stuff on Friday, that just messed with you? Prada. When I did that to my account, I took a day off of trading completely. I didn't even look at the charts. There you go. As long as you take something away from it, make some changes, it's not for nothing. Yep. That's kind of why I wanted to switch to this, changing my contract size. So if I do get a large setup and I do take it, I'm not going to make a ton of money on it. I'm going to make exactly what I set out to make, and it's exactly the same as I would make on a smaller setup, because those big wins mess with me just as much as losses, because then you chase that. I know you were in that short yesterday when I longed, and I think you were in profit there, I guess a decent amount. I don't know if it was past what you risked, but that takes a toll on you too when you're up a decent amount and then it comes back to break even. You start chasing that. Looks like we're going to take out south side here. Morning, Ben. Yeah, it's tough, man. Knives, good to see you. Yeah, on my 1 hour, I have a bunch of like equal lows here. This one that's down there. Looks like we're being drawn down into that. Yeah, right, Tyler. It doesn't seem like we have any need to go back up here on the higher time frames, but just mark stuff out and see how it reacts. Hopefully it's not just a straight melting day, because it doesn't really offer anything. But that's okay if it is. We just need to practice discipline and stay out of the market. Thanks, Times. Yesterday was the first day we did it, and I felt very good with that. Now I know exactly how much I plan on risking and or winning each day, no matter how big the moves are. It takes out the gambling side of this. There's still a probability that any trade I take is going to be a losing trade, but each losing and winning trade now have a set amount no matter what. And that's what I needed, because going into each day with the uncertainty of how much I was going to make, and then at the end of the day, like every day, if I take the same setup with the same contract size every day, I might make 150 one day, 300 the next day, 200 the next day. But whenever I get a big one, I'm going to be chasing that for a couple days, and it's hard to get over that. So I think making them all the same the same amount, that helps. Now it's just a matter of waiting for a setup and taking it. I honestly feel like everybody could benefit from doing that, but it's hard to put a rule in place that's going to limit your wins. Like, why would I want to limit how much I can make? If there's a 60-point move, why would I want to scale down? But I'm going to do it, and we'll see how it is long term. Definitely is fun to YOLO, but I'm here to try to do this as a career. We had news at 8, right? Oh, 8:30. That's right. YOLOing is super fun when it's a green number and it's moving in your direction. So Tyler, do you have another account you're trading, or are you staying out today? What's your plan? Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes you get to a point where it's like, this is gonna mess with me on this account. Oh my god, I can't stop yawning. Stayed up too late. Dealing with dogs this morning. And the market's going to give us this crap. Morning, Wayne. This could just be getting ready to purge the sell side right at the news. You know, they like to do that. They like to get the market in a position right for the news that comes out and then make the move at that hour. Oh, I bet I saw some photos like more in the mountains. And they're changing here too and falling, but not like they are out there. Wait, let's see how we nice, Tyler. See how we react down in here. I don't like this though. Morning caught. Oh, good job, Tyler and Delta. What did you guys see? What time frame were you guys on? Oh, I'm not sure if you guys are looking at other indicators and stuff, but gotcha. I remember you said you were trying for a little while and then having a hard time, so I wasn't sure if you switched to or tried something different. Name Tyler. If it works delta, then nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'd be anticipating a long down here as well. Just need something to form. I just hate getting into setups that are in between like my main areas that I have marked out. Like in here, if we did have a setup in there, like I would be reluctant to take it because I feel like it doesn't have to obey it once we're in there. I feel like we're more likely to obey at least the setups I'm waiting for right after liquidity is taken. I mean, I was obviously expecting this to go down and take out this sell side. But it looks like any bearish fair value gap, any one of those would have worked in here. Minute. All right, this dash line is like the actual 1 hour low right there. See what we do now that that's being breached. Yeah, that's true, Tyler. The 1 hour, I think, was just because I had there were equal lows there, so I just figured that was like the main draw. But like this was the actual 1 hour low, so I put a dashed one there just so I could distinguish. But this is the actual like 1 hour sell side. I just figured we had a higher chance of going to those equal lows first, so I just want to see how we behave there. We may potentially not go to the actual low and just hit that. Is that 10 or 10:30? 10 and 10:30. Doesn't seem like that big of a news driver. Gotcha, Delta. Maybe they'll use a couple of them to push the markets where they want them to go. That's right. I just don't see us going all the way back up here. Good luck, student struggle. Hopefully you don't have to struggle. That was a decent little setup there, but there was no break of market structure. Liquidity's taken out. This move up left a fair value gap that's right at, and it's also right there at 50% of the move. Enter there, aiming for the highs. I didn't like though that there was no break of structure there. Nasdaq to end green on the day? That'd be insane. Not impossible. I mean, this day back here, we were red. We were red way down to here at one point, and then we came all the way back up to there. Seems crazy when you're in the middle of taking trades that could happen. Hey, that's how we get we'll get shut down by the SEC if we do that. Well, most people are on like evaluation accounts, so maybe they can't do anything to us. Maybe we're invincible. I'd like to see us hit this fair value gap, come back down, potentially make new lower lows just by little, and then displace up. That would be like an ideal long setup. Morning won't stop. We haven't taken anything yet, just waiting. Want to see a long setup down here. Try to yeah, you just like you can have a bias, but you also gotta just trade what the markets are doing. I mean, you're not trying to catch a move from the top of the day to the bottom of the day. So with that said, like Tyler said earlier, the markets move in fractals. You can take points wherever you want in any direction on any type of day, as long as you just wait for a certain setup. So negative news means we're about to rip up, right? which would confirm what I'm waiting for. Waiting for the took out the sell side right around news for it to drive the markets higher. Negative news make everyone think we're going to go lower, come back down, take out stops beneath here, displace up. That'd be great if that could happen. Markets are supporting that idea right now. Or we just rip up right now. We displace through this. Curious to see if we make if we come back and trade it as an inversion fair value gap, if we leave a fair value gap here. Took a textbook inversion fair value gap setup and made another. I mean, that's tough to look at that as a negative thing, right? What rules did you break? I think if we can come back into here, how long would be ideal? We now have displacement, breaking structures. We have a fair value gap. We have potentially an inversion fair value gap if we come back to it. I don't know if these are the recent, if it's going to be the actual recent swing or if we're going to make new swings. All right, keep going. Well, I guess maybe that was our opportunity back here. Just didn't like that fair value gap. No structure was broken. Wanted to see us make new lows first. but they wanted the market to move up. We did break the 1 hour sell side. I just wanted to see a displacement break a like structure market shift. I wanted to see a swing broken first, which we did it on this move, which we are coming off of recent liquidity being taken. This is not wanting to turn around anytime soon. Appreciate it, Knives. It's pretty, I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty tough right now. Pretty tough that I was watching this move form. I drew it out. We tapped the 50% level. I didn't take it. But there's going to be moves that we see that we just don't feel that confident in, and we just got to stay out of them. Very nice, Ben and Prada. Just when we trade, but when we make new lows. So when I say taking out the lows, I just mean the lows that were there. Those lows aren't lows anymore because now we made new lows. So on the 1 hour chart, I had this low marked out. We took them out. We made new lows. So now moving forward, this is going to be the new low that we would attack somewhere over here in the future. Maybe I did. When I was talking about this. Oh, because the market's ripping up right now. I was expecting. This is what I meant. So we had this displacement right after we made new lows. To me, that wasn't like an A+ long entry that warranted this move because there was no shift in market structure. Like we didn't break any swing highs. Like it just came up here and then came back a little bit. So I would have liked to see us trade back beneath this low by a little bit and then displace up, taking out like this swing. So we didn't make new lower lows after. I wasn't expecting this move to happen yet. I wanted to see this, that, and then that. So then this would have been a new lower low, and then this displacement. I would have liked it to see take out that. because this move didn't do that, we just went down and then now we're going straight up. And that's why I stayed out of a short yesterday. We made new highs in the morning and then we started this move. We started that move down and none of the fair value gaps were breaking any swings, so I didn't take any of them. Curious to see if we come down, how it reacts around 50, or at least in this little quadrant right here. That would be inside of this inversion fair value gap as well. Yeah, it's super safe to long right here. As long as you don't have a stop, you can't get stopped out if there's no stop. Please don't do that. On a day like this, I'm just not too sure if we had all this move down. I think it's safe to put it there versus up here. If we put it up there, we're right at the 50%. Right, John? I was thinking that too. Eventually, the market will stop you out. I'm just not too sure if now this is we're gonna react off of this and go make new lower lows. What are we doing here? Patience. Our patience is being tested today. I think the only thing I like is if we were to come back, if we retrace this move 50% and then take a long off of this, just aiming for the highs again. That's the other thing, John, is that's what I was saying, was I don't know if we're about to go make new lower lows off of coming up to like 50% of this. If we're going down, tap into that liquidity, come up, boom, go make new lower lows. I don't know. I mean, if I don't feel comfortable in either direction, even if I get a setup, if it looks like there's two setups conflicting with each other, I don't have to take one. I want to, but that's like the gambling side taking over. Because what if one is right? Inversion fair value gap. Is that what you're thinking of? Yeah, so that would be like if we have this gap right here and we trade up through it and then come back down and respect it on this side and then go up. I'm feeling like this is just not my day. I don't feel that confident in any of the moves, and I need to respect that thought. I'm not kidding when I say every single day that I've had that thought, if I voice it out loud or if I keep it internal, I ignore it and I have a bad day. So it's better for me to just not even attempt anything. The struggle is going to be when I get off the stream to not take anything either. But I must do it to prove to myself that I can and that I have the discipline and the self-control. It absolutely is it is the best trade if you don't take one, because if you do take one, you're taking on risk. I'm not taking on risk by staying out. Delta, I would sim, but I'm noticing a habit that I do where I just feed into my bad habits and then I get rewarded for that. If I go sim and take good trades, the next time I have the thought of staying out of the market, I'm going to be like, well, you did keep going and you made fake money on sim, so you can do that on live too. If I have the thought of staying out, I need to stay out. Same thing, like I need to stay off of my my TopStep evaluation as well. I had a really good day yesterday taking 2 trades that I shouldn't have. So there's no, I don't need to trade that today. Uh-oh, Wayne. Did you, did you get into a trade because there was a setup, or did you get in just thinking it was going to reverse? Like, did you have like a setup that was telling you it may reverse? Damn, along right there does look good though. At least just aiming for the highs just off of this. I kind of want this to not. I'm thinking a long right there would be good. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. Kind of hoping it goes lower just to prove that to myself. Like, look, you're not reading the market right today. Uh-oh. He got chopped up. Was he trading oil today? See how this plays out, then I'll probably jump off of here because there's no need to like tempt myself. I tell other people too, when you decide you want to get off, and if you struggle with the discipline of staying off the market, don't torture yourself by sitting there watching the markets. It's torture. It's just tempting you to take a trade, and then you start doing this where you take a trade in your head. If it works out, you're like, okay, well, I'll try this. Oh, a couple years ago, at the time, I don't know if he's taken a bigger loss yet, but at the time it was his largest loss, and he ended his stream promptly. I think it was like 12 or 14,000. He just kept adding to it, and it just was not coming back. And it was when he was like on vacation too, I think, or something. I don't know. I used to feel bad for him. At the same time, I'm not convinced. Those aren't, not convinced it's real money. Yeah, I've seen him use brackets, and I've seen him just, I guess, get tilty and just not use any stop loss or brackets or anything. If you're on Tradervue, you need to have brackets on. 100%. The amount of times that Tradervue has gone down, you need to have a bracket on. I've had Tradervue go down on me when I put a trade on, and before I could add my stop, the Tradervue went down. Yep. I have it on some of my videos from a while back. I had 2 different videos and I had to call them to execute my trades. And I think I was, yeah, that wasn't on demo. That was with, I had money in there. It's pretty pissed. So if you're on Tradervue, you need to have brackets on. Or if you're on an evaluation, you don't have access to your risk management parameters, but if you're on a real account, you can set a daily loss limit. Yeah, and this was a long setup. Just threw a sample. This is not a real trade. Just put it on here so I can monitor it just to see if it, I'm just curious if it plays out. I kind of don't want it to play out, just so I know I'm making the right decision by staying out. I know I'm making the right decision staying out. Like, I know that, but of course there's still a part of me that wants to try. So it would be nice if a fake trade can tell me, look, you were wrong, you're not reading the market correctly, just be done. I haven't taken anything. This is this is not a real trade. It's just the long position. I was just curious to see if it works out, but I'm not confident in anything today. So I don't know if there's something, I don't know if it's me or I'm reading the markets wrong or what, but I've decided I'm not going to trade today. And once I have that thought, it's best for me to stay out. Unfortunately, we still pick good moves because this basically is working. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to admit it's a little frustrating, but if this was real, if I really put a trade on here, I would have not been confident that this would have been respected, because at any moment I feel like we can go back and hit this area. So I just, it'd be better for me to stay out. I appreciate you guys understanding the discipline. It still sucks. Like, I want to trade so bad, but I need to force myself stay out. Like I said, especially after thinking that I don't like this and I'm not confident in anything. I don't know if you guys have ever thought that before, but you have that thought and then you end up just taking a trade, and when it's a red trade, it freaking sucks. We're in a suck zone. Uh-oh. If this goes all the way up to this 1 hour buy side after taking out the 1 hour sell side, I mean, that's great that we got some decent long setups, or pointed them out. Like I said, that one down here did not break any, there was no market structure shift, so it didn't take that. Like whenever we're in like a middle of a range and we have like this little breakout with displacement and a fair value gap, these happen all the time, but whenever I see those, I'm not that confident in them if we're not near a higher time frame liquidity area or whatever. Like on the 1 minute, any one of these here, any one of these, I feel like the market is ready to turn around. Of course, we can keep running, but I don't know which one. I'm not that confident in which one is going to be the one that we turn around. Have a good one, Delta. You did good. I'm sure we'll talk to you in Discord later. See, we have displacement again right here. Breaking a swing. Looks like we may come back a little bit and test it, but is this going to be the one we obey? I don't know. That's right, one stop. That's why I'm just staying. That's why I need to stay out completely. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything maybe I missed, but there's really nothing. Like I think I needed to stay out today. There's just no setups that I am looking for. I need a displacement to break through a swing. So on the move down, I needed a swing low taken out after liquidity is taken out. And we don't have that anywhere here. Not really even on the 30-second. I mean, sure, I guess that's a swing, but that's not that promising. But after liquidity was taken out at the lows where we marked out, we had displacement up with an entry. That could have been our trade for the day. And even if you had a runner on, I mean, that thing would be up quite a bit right now. I really want liquidity taken, displacement, market structure shift, and a 50% retracement, and then get in. And then I can be confident in the move. I don't like the anxiety of getting in a trade and not feeling that confident in it. Sure is. Looks like all these all the bullish fair value gaps are being respected. So potentially going after that 1 hour buy side, which would turn the day green, like somebody said. I can't remember what his name was now. I want to take a trade so bad. I'm not going to. I'm getting off here. I'm getting off the charts. If you guys talk about the charts in the Discord or send screenshots, I'll see it there, but I'm not going to allow myself to open up Tradervue or Tradeovate later today because I can feel the temptation. And if I have a red day, if I take a red trade when I'm thinking this, it's going to set me off. So I need to not do it. You guys have a good one. I will speak to everybody throughout the day in the Discord channel. And I appreciate you guys sitting here. I'm sorry there was no trades, but I just didn't like anything. I know most of you understand how difficult that is and appreciate it. So thanks. But yeah, you guys have a good one. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. I promise I'm not taking a trade today. I appreciate all of you. Talk to you guys later.